Alrighty then, fellas, it's Christmas. Fuck, I love this time of year. Jesus. And I'm back. I'm back. I know all you guys were like, man, this is a Monday, I wish I had Rambling Alone. Well, it came on Tuesday. It's on a Tuesday, I assume, or Monday evening. I'm just gonna let it upload whenever it gets done. Woo! And I'm pumped. What about a 3-week hiatus? Am I right, guys? Get you fucking pumped to do this again. That, and then watch a lot of political videos on, shit, and observing the environment that you live in, and it's great. I have so many waves. But first thing is first, we have sponsor. We have a sponsor, Matthew, buddy, Matthew Chambliss. Cool guy. Super cool guy. Met him in high school. He's a really good guy. You should all praise his glory, every day of every week of every month, year, to the end of time. Even if he's dead, if he died tomorrow, praise. So we forget about him, and that got dark. I'm sorry, Matthew, but thank you for sponsoring this podcast. I want my money because it's Christmas time. I got your gifts. I need to meet up with you eventually. I got you 2 gifts. I believe you already own 1 item. And it's the theme of these gifts that's been running through this whole fucking thing. Because I'm unoriginal and I don't know you. Apparently I don't know you well enough to deviate from 2 things. But I hope you enjoy them. So that previous minute was for Matt. Now the rest of this is for you, person that stumbled upon Rambling Alone. I am so energetic. Maybe I should just do these at 10 o'clock in the morning instead of 10 o'clock at night before they're due. Before this thing is due. But I'm a procrastinator. I need to change my ways. So it is December 11th on a Monday at it is exactly 10 o'clock in the morning. God damn it, Jack. I don't need to talk to you now. Even though I'm talking to you right now. Okay. I really do need to do this when nobody's around the fucking house. Because I can yell and hoop in the hollers. I've already said this shit. I've been gone for 3 weeks, done a lot of shit, got finished with school. This is the first Monday where I didn't have to deal with school in 6 months. And so that's why I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm fucking pumped. Man, this is awesome. And I might get a little real this one. Because I've been watching a lot of political shit, as I said before. Found Owen Benjamin. Cool cat. I like him a lot. I was gonna ask him a question on his live chat, but he ran out of time and I couldn't think of a question. I wasn't like, oh, I got a question I could ask him whenever he's live. I'm like, oh fuck, he's live. I can ask him a question. What would you ask him? And it's like, I couldn't think of anything, and I caught it about 5 minutes of the end. So that's my life. I passed all my classes. I could spell ABBA. I could spell ABBA with my grades, and I'm so happy about that. I'm happy. Guess what? Because it's Christmas. Time to be happy. I got Sadie, my cousin. We still gotta record that Big Candy Swamp podcast. If I can get her over here and she's not sick. I had to take her to the doctor yesterday. I'm not telling you why. Alright? Because that's her business, and she does whatever she wants. I'm just telling you, I took her to the doctor and she was not feeling good. She wasn't feeling all that great. But it doesn't matter. She'll live and she'll feel better, and we'll get that podcast recorded. And so I won't have just 1 thing a week. I can have 2. And then we'll have that once a month thing that me and Jack does, which somebody might be the most popular series on the channel, mostly because his friends watch, and I don't force my friends to do it. Not saying that he does for his. They're excited for him. They're like, oh shit, you make this thing cool. And for me, it's more like I haven't talked to anybody because I'm a hermit, and I don't like doing that shit. Like Facebook, I rarely invite people as friends because I feel that I'm just mostly because all my Facebook posts are just this shit. It's just shit I did on the channel, and I just don't want to be like, oh, friend requests so that you can get channel updates. That's all I do for my Facebook page, which probably screws me because I say a lot of stupid crap on here. But hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm just trying to have fun. Honest to God, this is just fun, and that's probably why I hadn't done it in the past few weeks, was because it got really dull. it got really, really dull for me, and I was just like chugging them out, and it wasn't enjoyable. And I already feel positive about this one. This feels like an episode 2 or 3, episode 2 or 3 of Rambling Alone, because I remember those. It was in the morning, and I was just like, yeah, let's fucking do it, like yeah. So this one I kind of wanted to talk about how people value words. I wonder if I could do this in 10 minutes, but 10 minutes from now. But I think a lot of people nowadays, especially SJWs and all that shit, they value words as to be this important thing. And I think they hold words more value than they should be. Words should not hold as such strength. Like, there's words I hold as strong that somebody else doesn't. Like, I'm overweight as fuck, and I'm fat, and I don't like it. And I'm right now, if I can, excuse me, sneeze. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like it, and I'm right now. Me and Sadie are trying to get on a diet and an exercise program, but the worst time to do it is now in December, where everybody's like Sierra had a birthday Friday, and she turned 13. Had a party yesterday. Sierra has a birthday. Then, let's see, Thanksgiving, Sierra has a birthday. Then Christmas comes about 2 weeks later, and everybody wants to eat so much shit. And it's a really difficult time to go on a diet now. But I want, like I know how I am. Once I feel like I want to do something, I need to do it right then and there, or I'm gonna lose interest. You know, and just like this thing, I feel that I have to force myself to do stuff, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know how the previous episodes have been, but I remember, like, mentally I was just getting tired and I didn't want to do it. And I just had to take a break, apparently, or just find a good day. You know, just like, I want to do something now. And that's kind of how Jack is. I love him to death. But, like, if he doesn't feel like doing it, he feels he shouldn't do it. And that's fine. That's understandable. That's why, like, I want to do this, and I was this series was for, I'm going back to words eventually, how important they are. Like, this series was like, can I actually turn something out? Even if I don't feel like it, will I still do it? And I say, yeah. Like, I remember like 8, 9, and 10, I was losing interest, but I still did them. And the reason I didn't do, like, the week after that was because I believe we went on vacation. I couldn't find time by myself, or I forgot about it, and then I just felt bad. Maybe that was the reason. I felt bad that I didn't do it the previous 2 weeks. So I was like, and I was like, I just don't want to do it, and I just don't care. And I was talking to Jack, and he's like, well, take some time off, you know, just for like maybe 1 or 3 or 4 weeks, and see what happens. And like, just today, I was suddenly inspired, like, I actually want to do this. I just filled up 8.5 minutes, like, no problem. You know, in my head. It wasn't a chug. But I also have a thing I want to talk about. But you got to push. I felt that I have to push myself through things. And maybe that's not the right way to go. Like, being 21, I'm still trying to figure out how my body works and how my mind functions. I love analyzing shit, and I love being degrading to myself as well. I will be overly negative about myself before I will talk about shit to anybody else. Most of the time. I do feel like I'm better than rapists. I like to think that, but you know, but that's how I personally value myself. Now, how other people value me, I feel like most people will value my life over a rapist. But who the fuck knows? You don't know how other people think until they tell you, and even then, they might be a lie. That's why, like, honest people are valuable, in my opinion. I love honest people. But, what was my point? Oh, you know what? Let's go back to words, because that's important too. You know, like how you value yourself with words. Like, if somebody called me fat, like, I feel bad about it. If they call, like, I'm 250. I weigh 250 or so. Call me fat. That's because I'm unhappy about my fat. Maybe somebody that's 300 pounds and they're comfortable with their body. Call them fat. It's nothing. It bounced, ricocheted off them. It bounced off them. You know, mostly probably because they're fat, and once it hit their blubber, it ricocheted off instead of hard off. Anyway, bad joke. I'm sorry. But But words are as important as you make them. Honest to God, because sticks and stones may break my bones, words never hurt me. That holds true. If you say that gays are the menace of society, well then that offends me. Well, it doesn't have to offend you. You could just say, oh, that's just ramblings of a madman. Like just when we hear the hobos off the street that the end is near. Well, yeah, the end is probably close or maybe not. Who cares? If it is, I'm still going to live my life to my best capabilities, to what I think is right and what I want to do. That shouldn't change me because of what somebody else says. The only time it should is if it's profound, or the only words you should hold valuable is somebody else's view. And even then, you choose if you want to hold it valuable or not. I will hold I always think I'll hold an older person's view more valuable than a younger person, even if that older person is wrong, because most of the time, not all, but most of the time, that older person's view is based on experience. Even if some hotshot kid come out of college is completely in the right over some older person who's completely in the wrong, I will hold that older person's opinion more valuable just because of experience. Now, I will admit that he's wrong, and maybe you shouldn't think that way or believe in that kind of way, but I will examine his way more than some kids from college, because he's just a kid from college. I wonder if all this whole SJW stuff and Antifa, how they're gonna act in 10 years, or how they're gonna think in 10 years with perspective. You can't hold yourself in a bubble. That's why I always love branching out of shit, even if I don't like the person. I'll hear somebody out. And I'll try to shut my mind up, you hate this person, blah 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 blah. No, shut up, man. Let's hear what he has to say. Because maybe you'll find something different. Maybe you'll have a different viewpoint on life. There was a statement I hold close to my heart, which is if you can't argue the other person's side, then you personally have no you can't argue. Abortion, I'm pro-life. I don't like it at all, but I can wholeheartedly defend pro-choice. In pro-life, I think the baby's life is important, way more than the woman's, because I'm sorry. It depends on what you think is conscious. So I think the baby's conscious mind has more of a choice than the woman, I guess. See, even now, I'm pro-life. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm pro-life, but I'm having a hard time arguing, mostly because I'm horrible at arguing, and that's why I don't like to be a debater or anything. And I need to get better at that, I feel. Or at least I hold that more valuable as debating. And some people are like, that's dumb. Rather just stick to my opinions. It's what you choose hold valuable. But I think the baby's important. But I also feel that, it is her life as well, that mother's life, and if she chooses, I always saw it as this. I think abortion is wrong and messed up. Whatever she does is her judgment with God, not mine. I might see her different. God damn it, Jack's probably texting me. Okay, good, he did. I've done horrible things. I've done shitty things in my life that I'm not proud of at all. And it would suck if somebody judged me on that because I was an idiot 15-year-old. That would suck because I was an idiot and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had no perspective. So if some woman comes up to me, or somebody I knew, and had a baby, because, they've been raped or some stupid shit happened where they got pregnant and it wasn't consented. And I was like, you think rape's stupid shit? You know what the fuck I mean. Don't twist my goddamn words and devalue my point because you will get hung up on some shit. That's your problem. But I feel that, God, this is probably gonna fuck me over. But I will argue that baby's life hard as hell. I will stand firm that is, I will say just have the baby and then give it to an orphanage, or have the baby and give it to a couple who can't have children, but have the baby. I will defend that fucking baby's life till the sun comes up in the morning. But in the end, I do feel that, well, if she's just, headstrong, headed to that's just what she wants to do, okay, that's her choice. You know what? I disagree with it, and I feel that she shouldn't do it. But I feel that if that's just how she thinks the right thing to do is, fine. I will see her differently, and I will have less respect for her, but I won't treat her any different. Like, I may see her less, go to that person less, and I'll treat her differently because of her actions. I feel that she's not a person you can trust, because if the going gets tough, then she's just gonna bail out. No matter what happens, that person's gonna bail out. And I can't, I just don't trust those people. You need to surround yourself with people that will help you when times are bad, and that you're able to help them when times are bad for them. It's a tit for tat. And I feel that if she chooses that, then she's just choosing a way out. And I'm not saying and she's not a horrible person. I understand. I don't want to go to the bank to have help for whatever, because I feel horrible to, but maybe I do have to go to the bank to get a loan. And she feels that, well, this is I know it's not the equivalent, but I understand. I'm not saying she's happily walking up in there doing this shit. I understand she feels bad about it, and she doesn't want to. She just feels that this is the option that is correct for her. And there's some women that just they would love to have it, but they just feel that they don't financially able to do it and all that, and they can't. That's why I argue you can. I'm Christian, trust in God, and I feel that this, God doesn't want you to do that. Now if I feel that God wanted you to do that, then it'll have complications with the baby, to the point where if you die, I'm okay with abortion when the woman's life is in danger. Well, then yeah, abort the child. It sucks, but if she dies, then that her life is important then, more than the baby. And I don't think women that should get abortions and feel bad about it should be shamed, because they already feel bad about it. And they can't help it, But it's the ones that are I got a bush, and try to be think they're better than me, or women that didn't. Anybody that thinks they're better. If the woman doesn't feel great about it, and she feels bad about it, well then I already know. I guess I would treat that, okay, maybe I won't lose respect for her that bad. I see her differently. I would see her differently. Fuck, this is bad for me. I feel bad about this, because I didn't get my point across great, and somebody probably already got mad. But I just I'll end it with this. And this was just supposed to be a fucking Merry Christmas. This was bad. Okay, anyway, this is probably why I shouldn't do this. I'm gonna see if this is a good idea with Jack. Anyway, yeah. Wow, talk about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, and you're gonna talk about abortion? You fucking weirdo! God damn. I don't know. All I want to do is try to open a conversation, always. And it's dumb for me to think, maybe next episode I'll try to stay happy. But, what a hell of a way to come back. Episode 11, bitches. Yeah. Or 10. I don't know. All I know is don't judge people. Treat people good. The only time you shouldn't treat people good is if they're an arrogant asshole and prick and try to shove in, how good they are in your face. Then those people get fucked right off. But people feel bad about what they've done, well then I feel that then that's when you treat them with love. You may not agree with them, but if they feel bad about what they did, and they know that they feel wrong about it, even if what they did was right, you should still treat them with love because they're going through hell and they need support. Even if you think what they did is bad or good, treat them with love. Because if they feel bad about it, well then, shit. If I feel bad about something that I did and that it was actually good, I want somebody to back me up. Like, no, Riley, you did a good job. Or, you had no choice. Or blah, 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 blah. Anyway, just fuck it. Yeah, let's end on this. Share love. That's a very valuable word, is love. If there's any word that you have to hold worth to, then it should be love. That's the whole thing. So everybody should just love each other. Except people who don't want to love. And they just want to fight and argue. Then they could go fuck right off in their own little territory. So just love. There you go. Christmas story right there. I'm going to preface this fucker with, I talk about abortion, but hang in there. It's got a good end. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. I will try to do this weekly again next week, and I swear to God I am not going to do something like this again. Talk about such a serious topic on the first time I come back during some holiday. I'll try to keep those in, like, I don't know, March seems like a boring time. March or April. That's probably where I'll probably talk about that shit. I will keep politics out of my Christmas from now on, and yours. Alright, everybody have a good one, alright? Love everybody. I'll see you next week, you pricks. Bye.
Christmas is the time of year for being with the ones we love, sharing so much joy and cheer. What a wonderful feeling, watching the ones we love having so much fun. I was sitting by the fireside, taking a walk through the snow, listening to a children's choir singing songs about Jesus, the blessed way that He came to us. Why can't it remain? All through the year, each day the same. That's what I want to hear. It's truly amazing, that spirit of Christmas. I tell you, it's truly amazing, that spirit of Christmas. Let me hear you.
Why can't it remain?
Why can't it remain
All through the year?
all through the year?
Each day the same.
Each day the same, and that's what I wanna hear. Listen to me. It's truly amazing, that spirit of Christmas. Oh, it's truly amazing, that spirit of Christmas. Ain't it so? It's truly amazing. Yeah, that spirit